Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and if you know me, you know that I am very comfortable with ranking stuff from The Sims 4. Usually it's to do with packs, it's to do with objects. I've even done one about hobbies, which was actually my favorite tier ranking video to do. And recently we got the Goth Townie refresh for The Sims 4, finally, and if you don't know, I've been doing the same sort of thing. I've basically been creating my own personal save file over the course of the pandemic. It's still not anywhere near finished. I am very much taking my time with this and just kind of getting to know like the townies, my vision of them. And I know people say a townie makeover isn't when you change the whole entire face, but I think that we all have our own artistic art styles when it comes to create a sim. And I wanted these sims just to look like still themselves, but as if I had created them. Today, I thought, why not take tier ranking, take my townie makeovers and rank every townie makeover that I have done so far. Because I don't usually rank my own stuff all that often, and I think I need a reality check. I have 90 townie makeovers so far. I'm actually quite shocked. I didn't think I had done that many. So this is what they are currently looking like. Obviously, we have, I need to change the colors. We've got Motherlode, Rosewood, Crumple Bottom, pretty average, Grim Reaper, less so than average, and of course, Tragic Clown. I will hold my hands up and say not every single one of these is fully complete, which is why they haven't like been posted on my gallery or anything, but a lot of them are finished. So let's go through. I will also hold my hands up and say I will not remember the name of every single townie, and therefore I do apologize for that in advance. First up, we have Angela Pleasant. Honestly, she's going into Rosewood. I think the Pleasants are iconic. I absolutely love them. I will say Angela is my least favorite out of them. I much prefer Lilith, and that's why Lilith is going into Motherlode. I had a lot of fun making over Lilith because I kind of made her like a little bit alternative, goth. Joaquin, honestly, he's like a cutie. I will say he's probably pretty average. And this is kind of based on like who they are as a person, like their interests and stuff. You know, he dresses, he presents himself exactly how it says on the tin. He's into DJing, he's into dancing, he's into mixology. I feel like he's more of like a surfer, skater type, but yeah, I personally think he's pretty average. Sergio, honestly, not my favorite townie makeover that I've done. I did these two quite a while ago, and whilst I will say that he's not super interesting, Sergio, there's just something about him, like he's cute, but he's so bland. There is absolutely nothing to this man. The one and only creature keeper, Rosewood. He's a little cutie. I will defend him. I will say I was a little bit scared of him when I first loaded up Cottage Living, but I think after my townie makeover, I really like the way he looks. My Vladdy Daddy. I think I'm gonna put Vlad. I don't think he's as iconic, but I wanted to make him look younger. Some of you aren't going to agree with this. Some of you are going to be like, that's not Vlad. I think that he would be quite charming. I think that he would like draw people in with his good looks and his charm, and that's what I went for. Aaron, my little baby, I love him so much. The same can be said for a lot of these townies. Like a lot of these sims, I was feeling very kind of just like not many feelings for. Like I was very just like, oh, like they're there, like I know who they are and I recognize them, but I don't feel any certain way about them. Aaron was one of those sims for me, and then I made him over and I'm just like, no, you are adorable. You deserve everything good in this world. And I feel the same about Jasminda. So honestly, the Beaters together, a power couple of city living. They're just totally unassuming, but I absolutely adore them. Dirk Dreamer going straight up into Motherlode with his one and only Lilith. If you didn't know, these two dated in The Sims 2, and I was actually inspired by their Sims 2 Sims an awful lot when I did all of these Townie makeovers. Dirk literally had such an interesting character. I loved him in The Sims 2. He was a teenager, and I honestly think they did this man so dirty when they released him in Get Famous, and I'm glad that I could kind of bring him back to who he is. I know he's married to Bess, he's from Eco Lifestyle. Honestly, I like the way that he looks. You can't really see it, but he has like red eyeliner on, and he's a very, very cool man. However, like, even though I've made him over, he just doesn't call to me. Like, I don't think I really want to, like, play as this sim. Honestly, Becca, the more I look at her, the more I like her again. I think the cropped hair was kind of a decision that I made that I don't know if I'm completely happy with. If you recognize this sim, let me know in the comments down below. I just don't know if I made her too unlike herself. I just, again, have absolutely no, like, ties to Becca whatsoever. Someone, McKinnon, I think she is a professor. Again, I don't really have any ties to her. Maybe it's just the Discover University Sims that I don't really care about all that much, which is weird considering it's some of the best creator sim that we have in our game. I want to know, what like pack do you just not care about the Townies from forever? Because I feel like everyone has their own opinions on that. I'm gonna put you into pretty average. I mean, he's a dad, he's part of the old timers, like he's there. My Salim, straight up into motherload. Absolutely adore this man. I would die for him. He is a sweetheart, angel, baby. I just love him so much. I gave Salim so much character. He's a little hipster writer who's just trying to make his break. He writes screenplays. I'm obsessed. I love him. Bob, honestly, is going into... Ooh, this feels so mean. I don't know. I feel like I would put him halfway. You know what? I'm gonna put him in Rosebud. I just have a soft spot for Bob pancakes. My Eliza, honestly, my Townie makeover of this lady is honestly iconic in my brain. When I think Eliza Pancakes now, I think of my version of Eliza Pancakes. Like, EA's version ceased to exist in my mind as soon as I made her. Like, it actually made me want to play as Eliza Pancakes, and I think anything that can make me do that is honestly deserves to be in Motherload. Zoe Patel, absolutely legendary. I feel like I need to give a backstory. So Zoe Patel is one of the households in Oasis Springs, and they're apparently based on the New Girls like characters and cast, and Zoe therefore is meant to be very much like Zoe Deschanel's character. Yes, and so I did actually go along with that. She is an elementary school teacher. For her hot and cold weather fits, I gave her themed outfits. So she has like a Christmas theme one, she has autumn, spring, and summer. Honestly, just like the characterization of my Zoe is incredible. And they're a household that I didn't really care about that much. Like, I never paid that much attention to them, rather than like using them for like romance at the beginning of Rags to Riches or like Black Widow Challenge. Whereas now I have so much more of an interest. This man's name I have fully forgotten. I want to call him Nick because he is the Nick of the group. I'm gonna put him into average. I think he looks a lot better than his base game version. I don't think you're really gonna recognize him. Jay Huntington, I know I made him look like Dan Levy. I apologize. Ooh, David. Gavin! I should know Gavin. Gavin has stalked my Sims every now and again. I love him. I think he's so adorable. We have the... what's his name? Roswell. What's his first name? I can't remember. But the mayor of Strangerville, honestly, I love him. I think he's really, really cool. It makes me want to interact with him. I feel like the EA version, I don't know why in my brain, he's a little bit creepy, whereas like I think I lent into the creepiness, and he also reminds me of Dutch from Red Dead Redemption, so that might have something to do with it. Julia, I really, really love. Julia's actually going into my Rosebud. Honestly, Julia really reminds me of Taylor from High School Musical. I kind of had those vibes whilst I was creating her, and I'm very, very happy with the way that she turned out. This is actually Roswell's wife. She is kind of average. I like the way that she looks, but honestly, she's just not like a super interesting character to me. I think if I gave her more characterization, I think I would play her more. Jeffrey Landgrab. Oh my goodness. My little golden retriever boy. He's a university professor. I just love everything about him. He actually cares for Johnny Zest, which I just think is so cute in my mind. He's like friends with Johnny after Nancy, like absolutely. You know what? All four of them, they have to go in motherload. I absolutely adore my Landgrabs now. Nancy, oh my word, she is the Evelyn Hugo of my save file. Malcolm was really inspired by Nathan Prescott from Life is Strange. He just kind of looks like that asshole, that preppy, old money sort of guy. And then Johnny is just a baby. Again, I love him and I think that he deserves better. And my version of Jeffrey Landgrab is gonna give that to him. Then we have Yuki and Candy Bear. Honestly, I have to say the Get Together Townies have been some of my very favorites to make over. I think it's because they already have like great characterization. Like they just feel like they have stories to tell. I think I'm gonna put you two. Oh, Yuki, I kind of want to put in average. Maybe it's just because she's still a teenager. She's very, very cool, but I feel like she hasn't really found herself yet. Whereas Candy, I fully base her off DJ Candy from My Sims. She's got the little iconic space buns. She's got the little pink in her hair. I think this chick is a very, very cool chick. We have the Mayor from Cottage Living, and I didn't really do too much with her purely because I feel like since Snowy Escape, the like townies and like pre-mades have actually been very good. Like I like their facial features. I think they look good. So I didn't really do too much. Her son, I absolutely adore. He's going straight up into Rosebud. No doubt about it. I absolutely love him so much. We have Dom and Cam from My Wedding Stories. Honestly, a little bit tainted by the My Wedding Stories release for me. I'm not a massive fan of... This one is Cam, right? I'm not a massive fan of her makeover. Now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I really struggled with her because I just didn't really know like what I wanted to do with her. I think she's actually going to be one of the few that I actually go back to and like probably change the way that she looks. Dom, however, on the other hand, I feel like she is so sweet, like looks like she would care for everyone within that town. My Diego Lobo, straight up into motherload. This is Diego that I sort of did all my dream home decorator stuff with. I absolutely love him. He's such a vibe. Faz, the flower seller, also going into Rosebud. So attractive. Absolutely love all of the outfits that he wears. He's just a little babe. Greta, again, from My Wedding Stories, going straight up into Rosebud, no doubt about it. Really, really love her as a character. Thorn Bailey, I like the makeover of him. I think he's just brought down by the fact that he's Thorn Bailey, and so I'm gonna put him in Crumple Bottom. His wife, Octavia, straight up into Rosebud. And also Orange, straight up into Rosebud. Absolutely love both of these. They do not deserve you, sir. Judith Ward, definitely also in Rosebud. I will say, so the lore that I have going on. Obviously, Judith is like a 5-star celebrity, like living her best life, old school movie actress. Nancy has had like a fair bit of work done to like kind of make herself look like Judith a bit more, like to resemble herself a little bit. I think they look different enough that they don't look like they're related, but I absolutely love just like the story that I have going on between them. Like I think that she just wants to be like Judith Ward because of her air of sophistication. This is my version of Penny Pizzazz. I don't know why, but on this like picture, she looks super judgy. She actually looks like a lot friendlier than this actually in my game. I've made her like a proper fashionista. I think she is so into like Instagram and stuff. I really like the way that Penny Pizzazz looks. I want to make her a stylist in my game. I want you to guess who this Townie is, because I don't think you're going to be able to guess. You have to write your guesses in the comments now, and you have to tell me if you got it right or not. This is Holly Alto. Holly Alto was a sim in The Sims 2. Again, they did her so dirty when they introduced her into Get Famous. Like, literally looked nothing like the old Holly Alto. But honestly, the fact that she looks so different, I wanted to make her like an opera and like classical musician. So she's very like a little bit like snooty, but you can tell that she's just like super clever. Oh my word, mummy, step on me. Lily Feng, the Fangs. Hello, Victor. Honestly, they're going straight into motherload, no doubt about it. I'm not even bisexual, but they give me bisexual panic. Caleb Vitor, straight into tragic clown. Someone mentioned that he looks like James Charles, and now I can't unsee it. He is absolutely going to be a Townie makeover that I go back to and change. Honestly, if I never see his face again, I will be happy. Caleb, I'm so sorry. I did you so dirty. He kind of has like the vibe that I wanted, but I definitely didn't want him to look like him, and I'm just so sorry. Naoki, I really like the way that Naoki looks. I think, again, he kind of suffers the same fate as Thorn Bailey in the fact that I don't really like him as a person. Like, from what I know about him, I'm just like, oh, I don't really just click with you. And I think that's fine. I think it's definitely fine to have like some Sims that you just don't click with. But then the rest of his family I absolutely love. I haven't made over the child yet from the Ito household. However, his wife is absolutely stunning. I adore her. Megumi, she's a girl who knows what she wants. She is going into Rosewood, and then we also have their teenager. Kiyoshi, he is super cute. He's gonna join his mum in Rosewood. These four, my party household, Eva, Jade, Marcus, Paolo, they're all going up into Motherload. Some of my very favorites to recreate. I love the personalization of them. They just feel like my Sims as well. I don't know what it is. We have the siblings of the Villarreal household. Ooh, Hugo is definitely going up into Motherload. Again, that I really didn't care for. Like, it sounds mean, but I would just never have chosen to like play as Hugo. However, now I'm like, I wanna play as him. Like, I absolutely love him. I want him to have his own cute little group of friends. Luna is gonna go into Rosewood. I think she's adorable, don't get me wrong, and we kind of have a little headcanon that he has natural freckles and she's like super jealous of him, so she like draws her freckles on every day before school. Max is also gonna join her. Actually, you know what? Max, as a kid, I feel like average. I think probably once he ages up into a teenager, probably gonna bump him up into Rosewood. Lilith Vitor, you are so much better than your brother. You are everything that he is not right now, and therefore you are going into Rosewood. Dina, Nina, Don, and Katrina. Again, I took mad inspiration from their Sims 2 Sims, like especially these three, and I also made Katrina look more like the mum in The Sims 2. And so I actually really like the way these looks. I don't think they're as, I think my Don is going up into Motherload. When I picture Don Lothario, this is what I think of. He also reminds me of Scar from Lion King. Nina, Dina, and Katrina are all going into Rosewood. Wolfgang! I honestly, he's going into Crumple Bottom for me. I just don't think I'm like 100% happy with the way that he looks. George Cahill. The pilot boy from Strangerville straight up into Motherlode. I absolutely love him. I just think he is so sweet. We have little Travis Scott. Travis, Liberty, and Summer were all My Sims. For those of you who didn't know, they were all part of the My Sims franchise, and these were one of the first Townie makeovers that I did for my own personal save file. I really based them off their My Sims, hence why they have like such like button noses and like big eyes. I kind of wanted them to resemble their characters more. Travis, I love so much. He's going into Rosebud. Liberty Lee straight into Motherlode. I have never wanted to play a sim as badly as I have my Townie makeover of Liberty. And then Summer, honestly, this feels mean, but Summer, you're going into average. We have Brent. He is gonna go into Rosebud. I think he's adorable. He's a little baker. Oh my word, I was about to call Izzy Fabulous Diego Lobo. That's so rude of me. He would absolutely have my throat for that. But sir, you are gonna go into Rosebud. He's like, excuse me, I am iconic. I should be up here. No, this is my tier ranking. Deal with it. Knox, he's so cute, my little stinky boy. I'm a little bit biased for this family. I'm gonna put Blossom up here as well. I absolutely love her. I just think if we had more time as Team Gnome on Sparked, I feel like this was kind of the vision that we saw for Blossom. So she's going in Rosebud. Honestly, Mary, oh, it pains me to do it. She's just one that I don't really know what I want to do with yet. I feel like I keep looking at her, which is weird considering she was like my vision and like a sim that I created. But yeah, I just keep looking at her and I'm just like, what am I trying to do here? Like, I really need to like figure this out. Whereas Tina, Tinker, oh my goodness, I feel like I figured her out so quickly. Absolutely love her. I can't see anyone anymore. Sorry for how much this bad boy is moving around. This is what happens when you have so many Townie makeovers. Yasmin, her wife, I'm gonna put Yasmin into Crumple Bottom. Olive, their daughter, she is a sad beige girly. I cannot wait to see how she grows up. I think she is gonna be like a political leader. I just think she's gonna have so much about her. Brittany Cho, I could not stand Brittany Cho before I did my Townie makeover. That sounds so harsh, but she is the celebrity. I know for most Sims players, this is Judith Ward. Brittany is the one who will appear everywhere, constantly make people cheer, constantly make people pass out. When you're just trying to record a Let's Play, it's the most annoying thing in the world. Whereas now that I've made her over, she is like the Joe brand. She's kind of into politics. She's a big comedian. She like pushes the boundaries of like feminism within comedy. Oh my word. She's one of my favorite Sims I think I've ever made. Micah and Ulrike. These two are also going into Motherlode because honestly, Micah especially, I had no interest in Micah as a Townie whatsoever. Like, I was just like, nah, there is nothing to you. Now I'm like, oh my god, she's everything. Little Brent and Brent, again, you're going into Rosebud. Again, another elementary school teacher, like a primary school teacher. I could just imagine him like sat reading books to the kiddos. My little baby. Oh my goodness. Vanessa Jeong, I actually really like the way she looks. I know some of you might be mad that I got rid of the blue hair, but I just think she's so fun. All of my goths, honestly, no, to be fair, Bella and Cassandra are going up into Motherlode. I'm sorry, but I am a ladies of the goth family stan account. I cannot be controlled on that one. And then the boys are also gonna go into Rosebud. What does it say about me that like most of my Sims are in Motherlode and Rosebud? I feel like I'm not being critical on my own Sims at all. Akira, tell me that you aren't thirsting after this man, after seeing him for one brief second. Miko, I really, really love my makeover of Miko. I think she's so cute. I honestly love my version of Darling as well. I'm putting them exactly where they deserve to go. Björn Bjergsen. Okay, so Björn, you are... I'm not as unhappy with you to put you in Grim Reaper. I think you're pretty average. I still really don't have much of an interest in you as a character. Then we have his wife, who honestly I have more of a love for since making her over. Oh, little Cameron Fletcher. He's my little esports gamer. I actually really like the way that my makeup looks. He is one that I didn't change all that much. I already felt like they hit the nail on the head when they made Cameron, to be completely honest. He is my favorite Discover University Townie for sure. Then we have not Elsa Bjergsen, what's Sophia? The teenager of the Bjergsen household. Again, like, I don't know what it is about Sophia. Like, I've made her kind of the sim that wants to be Windenburg's, like, sweetheart. She's super into music. I definitely feel like she vibes with like country music and piano, but there's just something about her where I'm like, like, you're just Sophia. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because in my head she might be outshined by Luna. Mark Eggleston, which I did not know that this man's name was Eggleston. If I had known that, I would have cared about him a lot more. He's part of the eclectic arts household from Strangerville. I really like the way he looks. He's my little artsy boy. Then we also have Alice Martin from Eclectic Arts, and I can safely say I've never had an interest in playing with any of these Sims until I remade them. Honestly, she is like the best of the best. I haven't actually done, what's the last one called? Leslie. I haven't made over Leslie yet. I didn't even know their names. That's how like little I've ever given these lot a chance. Then we have my sages, Morgan, Ember, the non-binary absolute icon of The Sims 4. You are going straight into Motherload. Thank you very much. Then we have the, like, oh, I always forget his name and I feel so mean about it. He's the one who is more like nature driven, like into the good type of magic. He's gonna go into Rosewood. And then we have Elphaba, aka the Mischief Mage, and you're also gonna go into Motherload. Alien, love her, think she's so cool. Dustin, get into Tragic Clown. I actually feel so bad for Dustin because he's like part of like this group, like the Lilith and Angela and Dirk group. He was actually going out with Lilith when they were teenagers in The Sims 2, and for some reason I was like, no, I want to keep him looking like his Sims 4 version and not his Sims 2 version. I regret that decision, and I'm definitely gonna make him look more like his Sims 2 version because I think this man deserves justice, just like the rest of them. I feel like I unfairly judged him, and that's why he's currently the way that he looks in Tragic Clown. But there we have it. Oh my word, I did not think that I could talk about things that I had made for that long, but thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, I would love to hear who you really like from my Townie makeovers, and if you've been doing Townie makeovers yourself, if you have your own personal save file, who are just like your favorite Townies in general? Who do you really enjoy? Whose stories do you think stand out to you the most? I want to hear all about it. If you want to see me, to be fair, that's going to be the longest video ever. I was going to say, if you want to see me rank all of the EA like pre-made Townies, let me know, but that would be even more than what we currently just went through, and this was already a long video, so maybe nobody wants to see that. Maybe that's on me, but I thank you all so much for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. Honestly, I can say I thoroughly enjoyed recording this video. I think my head did in fact grow by like 10 times. But hey, if you can't be your own cheerleader, who can you be? Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.